Finlayson. And to that end, Mr Speaker, I commend this bill to the House. Kia ora.
I call the Honourable Nanaima Huta.
Tēnā koe, tēnā tata katoa, tāpiri atu aku mihi kia koutou kua tai mai, mō tēnei wāhanga o tō koutou pire, Ngāti rangi te aorere, Ngāti rangi wewehe, tapuika, nei te mihi atu kia koutou katoa. Mr Speaker, unlike previous contributions on other settlement bills, I'm quite optimistic about the opportunity that's happening here. I am assured and affirmed from some relationships that I have in the Te Arawa area that much will be done with what's contained here in this particular bill, and it provides a real, not a new chance, but it confirms relationships that are already well established within the Te Arawa area for these hapu in terms of what they want to do going forward. So the very mechanical part of the stage of the House, the bill comes here for the first reading, we get it to select committee, we're going to hear submissions, we're going to make sure that we give full hearings to everybody who has something to say on the bill. It's important because a lot of people feel that maybe they've not had the opportunity to be heard in public or to go through some of their whakaaro around whether or not they agree with the settlement, and the Select Committee can give attention to those types of whakaaro. But at the end of the day, what's been agreed to with the Minister, with your negotiators and with Crown officials is something that must bind all members of this House towards assuring you that assuring members of hapu present that they can go forward with some commitment. And that's really been the tenor of the contribution I've made in the House today, is that treaty settlements go beyond the government and must endure when all members of the House commit to supporting them, because governments come and go, iwi stay, and you need that type of assurance to make sure that the implementation and expectations of what is wanted to be achieved in settlements will stand the test of time. So for my part, I really didn't want to take up too much time in the House because members before me have given book, line and verse about the terms of the settlement, the history and the like. However, there are two things I would like to say. Firstly, we have impending local government body elections, and it's my strong view that not enough local government politicians get themselves well kind of immersed in the treaty settlement process so that they understand at a local level the importance of the relationship, perhaps some of the cross-cutting aspects of treaty settlements that dovetail into local government politics. So to those people who may be listening and watching the debate, aspiring local body politicians for EBOP and for the Rotorua District Council, my plea would be to give some urgency around getting to know what the terms and conditions of treaty settlements are in your area, and getting to know those people who are really wanting to make things happen. The second point that I would like to raise is really in relation to the technical aspects of implementing treaty settlements. And every iwi, every hapu who have gone through this process somewhat are prepared for it, but don't realise really the time taken to try and work through many more of the technical aspects and how time exhaustive it can be. And for that part of the process, again, my strong plea is really to the OTS officials. Don't walk away from the process once the settlement has been achieved, because there are expectations that dovetail into responsibilities of other government departments that OTS, by some measure, should ensure that everyone's always coming up to the plate, bringing their best game and being as committed as OTS has been to achieving the settlement, to implementing the technical aspects and undertakings in the legislation. So with that said, Mr Speaker, I'm looking forward to this bill going to the Select Committee. I'm very optimistic. This isn't a start from nothing situation for the hapu involved in terms of having capacity, having a track record, I guess you could say, in terms of doing things for their people. Unlike some other settlements where people kind of use their settlement as a push to create something, I think this will be another cog in a wheel that has been turning for a while that will just gain momentum and go faster. So in the second reading, I doubt, it remains to be seen, but there may not be too much change coming back to the House. So I look forward to the speedy passage of this legislation so that people can get on the road and do their thing. Kia ora koutou.
I call Te Ura Flavel.
Tēnā koe,